punching these drain holes. So I'm using this tool. I believe it's a Whitney punch. No, it's a Parker Calon. Parker Calon. Whitney makes these. Here's the case. Pretty vintage, I think. But anyways, I think you can buy these new for, like the Chinese ones for, if I'm not mistaken, about $50. I've seen them online used. I think I paid $25 for this setup. It was used, of course. Anyways, so it's got a depth stopper set, and then I punched one hole here already, and then I made a mark, that second mark there, ½ inch away from the center. So now I'm just gonna put the tool on to the piece. Open it right up. Gonna stay in there. And line it up with the mark. Make sure the stopper's up against the stopper. There you got 2 holes, and then I'm just going to go and just nibble out the rest of it. It's kind of, I didn't go all the way in on that one, that's the problem. Kind of jagged looking. Anyways, I'll go with the file after and clean it up. Anyway, got all the holes punched. This one turned out the nicest so far. That one's a little ragged, along with that one, but I'll clean that up. I think these look reasonable. That one ended up being a bit bigger, but that's okay. All right, moving on. Okay, here I am at the dusty old brake. I don't know, I can't remember. I think I bought this brake with that slip roller for about $1,200 for both of them. I think that's what it was. Can't remember, but anyways, this is I think this is like an Eastern European brand, Vostok. Anyways, it's not the highest quality. I have a lot of trouble getting the fingers lined up. Like, you can't just put them in and they're lined up. You gotta mess around with it quite a bit to get them lined up. But I'm not too worried about it for this bend. It's underneath the door, so it'll be good. So anyways, and then I guess I call this the apron. It's right on. I had, it kept popping out because it's right on this bend. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try and bend this here. Hopefully it stays where it's supposed to be. I think it just popped out. And it popped out a little bit. That's okay if it's a little bit longer. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna bend this a little bit past 90 because the door curves down. That's a little bit past 90 right there. Might have to go a little further actually by the look of it. can always adjust it with a hammer and dolly. So the next thing I got to do to this thing is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a bit of a curve to it in this direction, and I don't want that. I gotta take that out. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go along and I'll shrink this lip here. Hopefully that'll bring it straight. So I'll try that. So that worked really well. I don't know if you can see that, it's taken that bow out of it. It's a little wiggly along the bottom, but that just means my cut wasn't exactly straight. So, but overall, like this where the bend is here, that's really straight. This is a little wavy along the bottom, but that's, like I said, the cut wasn't dead straight. So, yeah, just you see that I shrunk it there, and there. That's all it took. Not real heavy shrinking either. Just you know, kind of medium, light. Anyways, so now I have to shrink it along this edge because I want it to bow. I want it to bow in this direction. And that's going to be a little more difficult because this is pretty wide here. So it's going to take a lot of, I tried it a little bit already, but I might have to do some tuck shrinking to get that to go. So the shrinker worked on that. I just hit it about 10 times, I guess, along here, and I had to hit it more, like I did it about every 6 inches along the whole length, and then I had to come back on this wider area here to because it just needs more shrinking to get it to turn. So anyways, we got the straight edge. You can see there is a bit now. Maybe it's not a good place to put it. There's a bit of a bow to it. So if I pull it tight on this side, you see it rocks on that straight edge. Pull it tight in the middle, and there's a gap on each end. Yeah. So that's, I don't know if that's as much as I want it to bow or not. I'll have to, I want it to be, the rocker panel has a bow in it. And so I want it to be similar to that, so the door isn't, you know, so the door isn't in, like you saw it. I just want this curve to match the rocker panel. Guess I'm holding it the wrong way, but I don't want to scratch my shiny paint. This is a bit long. I don't want to risk that. Anyway, I'll make a template, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going in between my shrinks now from the first round. A bit more on the front and back section here, on this wider section. So now hopefully you can see that. I don't think you can. Anyway, so now put this on here. You can really see the bow now. See, it's off on the end, off on the end. And if I hold that straight edge on my rocker panel, that's about the same as this piece now. So I'll just show you that if I can. So by holding this here, I'm going to scratch anything. And comparing it, it's about the same now as what I got on that part. So kind of hard to see on the camera, but anyways, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I just thought I should mention this. You know, how I talked about this this crash damage here and how this was pushed in here, pushed up, like, well, in up in this case because it's laying down, but so right here is where it's right where the dent is, the big dent there. So crash damage this in this direction. So this humped up here, but after I cut this piece out, there's a lot of a lot of stress in this panel here, and it's really bowed now and like really wiggly. See that? See how that, and then compare it to this. This is like a nice gentle overall curve. So I've got to push this up here and push that down there. So I don't want it curved that much. Well, I managed to get the bottom of this door straightened out, not too bad. It's a little bit more work than I anticipated. So this, you see, it's not straight, but it's bowed down a little bit. It's pretty close to the door on the other door when I compare the two. So this area was all pushed down, bowed down quite a bit, and I don't have a torch, so I thought I could just go along here and make a series of welds, and that would shrink this material and then cause that to bow up. But because this is so narrow, I couldn't really keep the heat down low with the welding because I didn't want to burn the edge off, and I did in a few spots. So I tried that. I did a bunch of welds across here. Didn't really do anything. So I ground it all off, and then I made a series of cuts. Again, it was 6 cuts here, and I welded them back together, and then I pulled up on it a bit, and then welded it back together, and it worked out pretty good. And actually, at one point, it was dead straight, so I had to go and expand this by just by hammer and dolly here, and then that brought the curve back in. So anyways, I'm happy with that now. I can go ahead and fit the patch panel. So that'll be next. So I'm going to try and I'm going to unfold this so it lays down into that area there. So that means that's going to go down like that. This area here is going to have to stretch. So I'm going to pre-stretch this, and that'll make this thing all bend down like that. And then when I fold it over, it should come back up. At least that's how I understand it. So let's give that a try. Here's my setup for this job. I've already stretch that a little bit there. I don't know how effective it was really though. So this dolly closely matches that. It's almost perfect. That radius there. So now I've got this all sandwiched in here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this right there, or thereabouts, and I'm going to hit this, bend this over flat down onto here. See how that goes. I mean, I'm probably going to have to stretch the radius a little bit. See how it goes here. Yeah, so it's really resisting right here. All in there. Kind of hard on the body hammer. I'm still here. Didn't really go as I planned, but anyway. It's gonna go. You can't see a thing. going to try that on the door now. You can see it starting to take shape here. It's close to fitting. I'm going to go at it a little differently here. Next little piece, part of it. I gotta kind of shrink this down in here. I think it's kind of trapped now, so it should shrink down. I don't want it to fold over on itself. What I need to do is I need to really get this stretched out here. It's holding me back.
Fold over itself.
8 minutes. Good. It's pretty good. What do we got to do here? Stretch it more here. Cheers. All right, so I got this thing coming around here. I had to do a bunch of stretching in this part. You can see all the hammer marks. Anyways, I gotta fold it. I gotta fold it over more to make it fit better. So I can't, because of this bend now, this area here, I can't put it in my brake to put some more bend in there. So got a bunch of stuff here. I don't even know what this thing is. Maybe it's part of a planer or something. Goes on top of the blade. I don't know. I don't even know where I found it. Can't remember. But anyways, nice heavy, like 1/4 inch thick piece of probably spring steel, like tempered steel. So I just clamped her up here on my trusty piece of I-beam, and then I got the slapper stick here, just going along and hitting this so it folds over a bit more. Then I'll have to move all this down onto here, and finish this part down here. Ta-da! Anyways, here it is. Here it is after much banging and bumping, stretching. I didn't think he really wanted me to watch me do this for however long it took. A long time. Anyways, just trying to fit it now. The reason I got that notch in there like that is because I'd welded this inner shell to the brace inside there, and I don't want to cut that off, so I'm going to cut the patch to fit it. So yeah, so this fits pretty nice. So I ended up running the bead around the corner here, and then I flattened it out there to meet that. And this is fitting pretty good on this side too. It will fit good when I'm done. There you go. And I probably could have done this a lot quicker by cutting and welding, but I don't know. Anybody can do that, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I am going to weld it there, so I don't know what it really matters, but I just like doing this kind of stuff. There we go. Okay, there it is. All fit up. So now I'm gonna, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna tack this on here. Just every 6 inches or so, just to hold it in place. And then I'm gonna flip the door over and do the other side. So I'm not going to completely weld that, because if need be, I want to be able to cut it off easily, so I can metal, planish out the weld on the skin. I think that'll be easier to do it that way. All right, so that's it. That'll be it for this video. I think it's long enough. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.